Brookie,
Oh,
come
no.
on.
Oh, no.
No.
Come here.
No.
Come here.
No.
It's okay.
We knew this would happen eventually.
This day would
No.
come.
Yeah.
No. Too soon.
It's been 2
2 months, more like.
actually.
Can we delay my flight again?
No, we've delayed it 2 times already. We're not delaying it.
Can we delay it one
Okay,
more time?
we're not going to delay it one more time, but as a going away gift, you can press the button on the song. Actually, you know what? The cable
The
isn't.
cord's kind of
it's not
tangled,
long.
actually.
I'll
What?
just
No, I
kinda
don't want you to get
reach.
off the couch. I'm just going to do it myself.
Oh,
Alright.
okay. All right.
There you go.
What's
Okay.
my gift now?
Leave! Go! Get on a plane
No.
back to
No.
the East Coast, Canada,
Anything but the
middle of nowhere.
The Great White North.
No.
Brooks leaving.
And she's gonna go home.
Oh.
Our last brookisode.
Our last Brooke episode.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Even
Which you were
recording this makes me sad.
Well,
Yeah.
get used to it.
Me too.
Oh.
But we're recording in the new podcast room.
Yeah.
This is our second time recording in the room. It's not ready yet, but every week something else that like we'll get new stuff from eBay that we bought.
Mm-hmm.
We put up this. I mean, I don't want to give away what the room looks
Yeah,
like because
don't.
it's gonna pow on video. I feel like it's gonna be really good. But it's feeling okay in this room, right?
It's nice. It's cozy.
Cozy.
Yeah.
Cozy.
Yeah, cozy
word.
is what you both said. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's making me actually feel pretty fine about Brooke leaving.
Oh my god.
At least I have this room.
At least I have a couch.
I have this comfortable couch to come and cry on.
This, excuse me, is,
Yes.
you're gonna have to excuse me, all the space, probably gonna edit those out,
Oh god.
in between, my name is Mitch.
My name is Billy.
My name's Brooke.
You gotta not speak in that
All right.
tone the whole episode
Yeah, I'm over it.
unless you're gonna allow me to pitch shift you down 4 octaves
Okay.
to make you sound normal.
Okay, so if I talk like this, I want you to actually do it to that
It
part.
won't sound normal. Okay, but talk high.
I mean, me talking is
No, just talk as high as you go. There we go. And I'll just pitch shift that down.
All right.
And it'll
And
sound totally normal.
It'll sound not annoying.
And everyone will be
at all.
amazed at how normal it sounded.
Okay.
We're doing a farewell episode to Brooke. We've
Yeah.
lived with Brooke for 2 months. And it's been not
And
all bad.
I have lived out of a tiny carry-on suitcase for 2 months.
Yeah, I've done that many times when I come over here.
I've noticed you repeating outfits.
I started repeating outfits the first day I was here. Yeah.
Yeah. I will do anything to avoid paying like an extra $80 for a for a checked luggage. Yeah, I will cram that thing. full
Billy's
of
is for
things.
paying, and mine's because I'm too scared to navigate more of the airport than I have to. Like, I want to skip the luggage part.
Right.
I have to deal with it. Yeah.
Just to carry on for Brooke. I know you're scared to go home,
I'm absolutely petrified.
but are you excited?
No.
I was going to say to come back
Oh, yes.
and to see Pretty Cat again
Hell yeah.
because you're going to be back.
God, I hope so.
But just by law, you have to like go home. You're not from this country.
Unfortunately,
Yeah. You have to go. But hey, you're going to see your parents. You're going to see Miss Bunny.
Miss Bunny.
You're going to see your cats,
Oswald and Frederick.
Oswald and Fred.
It's true.
We posted in the Discord a little bit ago
We did.
to see if people had some questions for Brooke on this Brookisode, this last episode. You've been actually kind of a big hit in the Discord.
I know. The people love me.
What can I say? The people love me.
Yeah, the podcasting channel has been much more active with you here.
That makes me happy.
And people, they really like you. Not just as a mod, but as a podcast co-host.
Amazing.
Which is funny because when I had to like pull teeth to get you on the podcast.
It's true.
Originally, I was like,
Yeah.
just be on the podcast. Your voice is funny. You're funny.
You're funny. Yeah.
Yeah.
Good at talking.
It's a hit.
Yeah.
It's gonna be great. And you were like, "There's no way I'll do it. No, I don't want to do it. I want to do it. Come on, please." And then you got here. The first episode, you were too tired. Obviously, you just landed. So you slept on the couch.
You slept talked during the episode.
Yeah, I was still in
counted.
the episode.
Yeah,
I was
counted.
just going
Yeah.
like a ghost. I don't know.
And the very next episode, you were on, and you've been on every episode since.
Yeah, now I confidently wake up Sunday mornings and I'm like, when are we podcasting, everyone? I don't even
Set it
give
up.
don't even give me the option
this
to
is-
not have me on it.
This is awkward. This was kind of going to be just the two of us
Yeah.
episode.
Kinda talk
Yeah,
about
right.
our marriage.
Nah,
All right.
I
we
was
won't.
there.
Our marriage.
Yeah, our marriage.
Communist voice, our marriage. We asked Discord for some questions for Brookie. And they came through,
It did.
as they often do.
All right, I'll sit up and get my interview voice on.
All right, well, we have a very, very serious first question to start it off. We're starting off with the deep ones, the deep dives, the hard takes. Rain says, Brookie, how are you?
Sad.
Oh, okay.
Sad and scared.
She's sad
The
and
S
scared.
words.
She's
Yeah.
sad, scared, afraid, and trembling like a leaf, actually. So,
Which is usually that most times
That's
she's here.
true.
Yeah.
Minus
Yeah.
the sad, I'm normally shaking like a leaf. That's common. Yeah.
I wanna sprinkle these questions in, but I also do want to give I want to give a proper brookisode here. Our experiences with Brooke experiences being here.
Okay.
When you said Brooke sad, shaking, afraid, trembling like a leaf, it's been very, very nice for me as somebody with a panic disorder, which is how I originally connected with Brooke on such a deep level, and felt so trusting of her that she's been living in our house for 2 months,
yeah.
Yeah.
because we connected deeply on, just having a panic disorder.
True.
A really
Fairly debilitated one.
yeah,
Yeah.
a very present one.
Yeah.
You know,
Not just panic attacks, not just a anxiety disorder, but a panic disorder.
Yes.
Yeah.
So being around Brooke has been the first time, really, like truly, that I've experienced somebody other than looking at myself in the mirror, having a panic attack in the same way that I would, pacing
Agreed.
around, trembling, and the shaking, and the scary thoughts, and all that stuff, and that's been very cool for me.
I agree. Yeah. You're the first person I've seen who, I don't know, I don't want to come across mean, but like seeing someone who said they're having a panic attack where I'm like, yeah, that's a panic attack. Not just them like kind of crying and like,
Having high anxiety.
yeah,
Yeah.
and just being like, I'm having a panic attack, and I'm like,
Yeah, because it's not for us to be like, no, you're not.
Yeah,
No,
yeah.
you're not. This is just, no, this isn't a 10.
yeah,
Mine's a
yeah,
10.
Yeah, but
You're
being
at a
beside
7.
someone where I can like physically feel the couch vibrating because they're shaking so hard, I'm just like, I get it.
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure.
I've been there.
Yeah.
I mean, you wasted no time. You were having those experiences your first few days you were here.
Yeah, yeah. I woke up watching a movie and was just like, we had to all go sit by the window and get me a bowl to throw up in. And that was like,
Yeah.
what, like the first few days I was
There
here?
was.
Yeah, that was within the first week of you being
Yeah.
here. And it's been, not to be mean or to question anyone else's anything, because it's all their experiences, and I couldn't relate to their experiences, but
Yeah, everything's relative.
Yeah.
it felt like I was always in a situation where other people were relating to me, but I could never relate to them.
Yeah, exactly.
You know, because man, and I've talked about this a lot on the show. I've wasted full nights talking to strangers that I met online that day because like I'm agoraphobic, and oh my god, really, it's been such a life experience for me. It's been such a life changing, odd experience for me. And you talk to somebody, and you feel like finally I could talk to somebody who really understands this level of anxiety, and then they've gotten off of the call being like, anyway, I should probably go to sleep. I have a flight tomorrow. And I can't believe it. I can't believe how much I can't relate to these people, but how much they seemingly can relate to me. So to actually experience that has been nice. Has been cool. It's been kind of a cool way for me to like, view my own recovery. Because I see you and you struggle a lot, but you do things. I mean, there's like a whole bunch of things that you can't do, obviously, but for all the things that you still do so much. And I think that that's just really, it's cool. It's inspiring to me.
Yeah, you got here.
That's really nice. I did get here, which was one of the craziest and scariest things I have ever done, period.
Yeah. But you did it.
And I'm doing it again. And I'm terrified.
too into this, like, we have this such a strong bond when it comes to our anxiety and stuff. I couldn't imagine anyone else being here when I had to do, like, you know, the outing when I got married and stuff. I was so happy when those kind of two things intersected. And I was like, that'll happen when Brooke is here. I think I can do it.
Yeah. Brooke will get it.
Yeah.
I felt the same way, and I told you this, like, before I came here. I've never, like, got on a plane. I've never even really visited a friend farther than, like, an hour away. Not so much because that necessarily scares me, just, like, I haven't had the opportunity to do it. But to get on a plane and go somewhere, I was like, I would never, ever do that to just, like, see a friend if it wasn't a friend who made me feel very comfortable, like, on an anxiety level. I was like, if I had a panic attack in front of just, like, one of my normal friends, to the extent that I do, I was like, that would scare me so much that I wouldn't go there. I'd be like, I'm not getting on a plane, which is already terrifying, to go to someone's house who doesn't get my panic disorder and then stay there. Like, that would be not enjoyable. But I was like, I feel fine coming here, because I'm like, you've heard me have a panic attack just, like, on the phone before, and, like, I already know that, like, you get it.
Yeah, because you had already called me panicking like 100 times at that point. You know?
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, the fear when you're around people that don't fully understand it is like, what if they don't get it? Or, oh my God, what if they think that they get it because they saw that unhelpful infographic that was on Tumblr? You know, that was like, hug them as tight as you can.
Yeah, and I'm like,
don't let go for 12 seconds and watch this GIF, you know? And it's just like, oh, don't do any of that.
Yeah, and I get one cool hack to stop a panic attack.
And I get, like, so much in these cycles where, you know, like, I'll be like, am I okay? But I need someone to tell me I'm okay. But, you know, their reaction is more to be like, I don't know, are you? And I'm like, do not ask me that.
Don't question it.
And also I'll often be like, I need to go to a hospital. But I'm just saying things because I'm scared.
Exactly.
If they were to react in a way that's like, okay, we should go, I'd be like, why?
You think I need to go to the fucking hospital?
Like,
you agree?
What's wrong with me?
You agree?
I'm the one with the broken brain, dude. Bring me down. Like, you're supposed to calm me down. Bring me to your level.
And instead I find people ask a lot of questions, which at least for me doesn't help. They'll be like, are you okay? What can I do? And I'm like, I don't know. You know, you already know, or go away.
Yeah, exactly.
And anyway, point is, very cool to be here and feel, I guess, safe.
Yeah, that's been the coolest experience for me, is just to see it. And I'm like, wow, neat.
Well,
cool.
I'm not the only one.
Looks like Neil was right when I'm just like, it's only me, huh? And
I'm the worst one in the world, huh?
And he's like, there's someone in Canada. There is someone in Canada.
Yeah, it has been really cool. I agree, because I've never met someone who has it to the same extent. Just like, I've met people who have anxiety, obviously, but like not to
like
that.
Yeah.
For sure.
Same. Me too. Anyway, I wanted to touch up on that at some point in the episode, and I was like, oh, well, then feels natural because we're already talking about it. But let's run through some questions. How about that?
Yeah.
Let's actually start this interview in a way where I don't stop it every time.
Let me sit up.
We'll go back and forth, Billy and I.
Okay.
Billy asked the first one. I'm just going to go... Oh, you know what? I don't know where the hell I am.
Hang on.
Hold on. Where did I... There we go. Scrolling up. Would they update this damn thing? Or what's going on?
So Mitch has to remember how to use an iPhone.
Sorry, it's asking me for like my password.
Okay, guys, I'm on the page. I can ask myself a question.
Are we saying who asked something, or are we just gonna...
Yeah, why not?
Okay. Erica asked, what are you going to miss the most? And let's just say about like California, or about being here. In the state or in the house?
That's hard, because like my initial boring answer wants to be like, both of you. But the sun.
The sun is a great answer.
The sun.
Yeah.
Yeah. I every day I'm here, I'm just like begging us to go outside for no reason. I'm like, can we just sit in the sun? I love taking the garbage out, because I get to just like go outside for a minute, and I'm like, I'm out here, no socks on my feet, sun shining, like the ground's not wet and snowy. It's like amazing to me every day when I wake up and the sun's out.
Yeah, we don't actually talk about it on the show very often, but you do live in like an underground bunker.
No, but I do live like I mean, we've talked about it, but a very isolated home in the middle of a field with no one around in the snow.
Yeah.
So yeah, being here and even just like hearing your neighbor, that's another thing I'll miss. It's just like hearing people living outside. Because there's no, I don't have like neighbors who are outside doing. I mean, first of all, it's snowing, so people aren't really outside doing things. But even then, there's not really like neighbors around me. So like, I don't hear people just like outside living their life. I don't hear cars going by, and just like hearing people living is really nice, especially with like COVID and stuff happening, you know, and not going out as much. Just hearing other people doing things is very comforting. I don't hear that at home. It just feels very alone.
Yeah.
So I'll miss that. I'll miss that a lot.
A good answer. Mom says, Brookie, will you come back, with a sad face?
God, I hope so.
I think probably he must mean to the podcast, because like, will you come back here to the Discord? Like, yeah, will you come back to the podcast? Yes. Brooke's coming back.
Yeah.
Brooke's coming back. Yeah. I'll answer that one for you. It's a yes.
It's an absolute yes.
Don't ask me. My answer is just I hope. I don't make the rules here.
Okay, I'm going to start picking them at random. Olivia asking, what is your favorite sauce?
My favorite sauce?
Sauce. And don't think about it too much. Just favorite sauce.
My go-to answer is just sweet and sour
There
sauce.
we go. That's an answer.
I could put it on almost anything. Even like things that I don't think you should put it on. I'll put it on white rice all the time.
God, such a strong disagree.
I love
from
how
me.
you think sweet and sour sauce and rice don't go together.
But just that.
Even
Just
things you shouldn't put it on, like, you know, white rice.
No, but just rice and sweet and sour sauce and nothing else.
That's pretty gross.
Yeah, but it rocks.
I'm going to share something with everyone.
Yeah.
I don't really like sweet and sour sauce.
Me either.
Ah, there we go.
One of my least favorite sauces.
Yeah, me too. I
Oh
don't
no,
really like
I
it that
love
much.
it. I love it so much.
Nah.
If I have some left on my plate, I'll just like eat it with like a fork.
No, I don't think it's that good.
I love it. And it's kind of bland and boring. Same thing. I mean, we plum sauce and sweet and sour sauce are like the same thing, right?
No.
Okay. Plum sauce is
rocks.
plum
But
sauce
when you
is good.
go places and you're like, "Can I get plum sauce?" You're like, "We only have sweet and sour." That's
never happened. to
that's
me.
never happened to you.
No.
It must just be a Canada thing. But that's often what they do. Or you ask for sweet and sour, they're like, "We only have plum sauce."
Sweet and sour sauce is like this like translucent, congealed sort of
Yeah, plum
orange.
sauce is better, to be fair.
Of course.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Way better. Way
Well, then I
better.
guess my answer is plum sauce. But I kind of
No, you already said sweet and sour.
No. My answer is
said
plum
McDonald's
sauce. But
sweet and sour
anytime I
sauce.
go somewhere and ask for plum sauce, they're like sweet and sour, and I'm like, I guess that works. But
must
I'd
be a Canada
ideally,
problem.
I'd ideally
Yeah, there's a
always choose
shortage.
plum sauce. Plum sauce is the best,
Yeah. It's
but I
way
always
better.
get sweet and sour sauce instead. So my answer is plum sauce.
Okay.
Yeah.
We talked her around. This one just is from Austin and says, worst fear of all time. Hard to narrow
Back
it
to
down,
this,
really.
yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Only have an hour on the
Worst.
show. Keep that in mind.
No.
Worst
I
fear.
have my worst fear, and I'm sure both of you could answer it for me.
Okay, wait. Before you get to your worst fear, do you want to rattle off just some of your fears?
Let's think. There's so many that I'm like, I don't know where to start.
I'd like to start with foods that are round.
Oh,
Oh,
There
yeah.
we go.
Oh, yeah.
yeah.
That's
Don't
a
like
good one.
peas. Don't like corn.
Blueberries.
Don't like blueberries.
No.
Grapes are okay. They're getting a little bigger. Not as scary to me.
But if they're exactly pea or blueberry size,
Also, chickpeas okay because they don't have like a skin and then something kind of inside of it.
okay.
It's like a very specific like corn, pea, blueberry.
Yeah.
Can't think of much else.
Food that is like Orbeez.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. and you just won't eat it.
No, I won't eat it. I don't like the feeling in my mouth.
That's
It's not
fine.
really a fear. It's more just a strong dislike. I'm not scared of peas, but I don't want to eat them.
I feel like even when there's a picture of peas, you're like, ugh.
That's true. I just think they're really gross. But
Okay.
like, I'm not scared of them, but they're disgusting.
I think it's verging on fear, but okay.
Maybe it's like peaking. Yeah. I mean, I've gotten over a lot of fears through my life, but a funny thing I used to do is when my anxiety was like at my worst when I was a kid, before I got on the bus every day, which I rarely would not get on the bus. I'd be like, I'm school, fear, bus, fear. But sometimes my mom would walk me to the bus door, and then I'd have to give her this list of things she'd have to promise me wouldn't happen before I went to school that day, because it was just basically a list of my fears. So I can name off some of those.
Okay, let's hear it.
Throwing up,
Okay.
thunderstorms,
Wow.
tornadoes.
There we go.
One of them was just, are the boys going to be there? And that was just referring to my lunch helpers that were boys who scared me because they were boys.
That's cool.
Fainting.
Uh-huh.
I mean, dark, but dying.
Yeah.
The That's a pretty exhaustive list already.
Yeah.
Oh no, there was about a list of like 18 things.
Oh,
I'm just
God.
kind of like forgetting some of them because they were like very weirdly specific. Like one time I would go to school and like stub my toe, and then I'd be like, that was traumatic for me. So then that would just be like added to the list.
For sure.
Like the next day I'd be like, am I going to stub my toe? And my mom told me like years later, she's like, man, I hated doing that because every day she's like, I would promise you with all my heart none of it was going to happen because it was the only way to get you on the bus. But she's like, I don't know if there's going to be a thunderstorm.
Yeah.
That might be.
And you might stub your fucking toe.
Yeah.
She's like, I felt so bad. But if I said no, you wouldn't get on the bus.
you
So
wouldn't
she's like,
Yeah, what can you do as a parent? You know?
yeah, really.
Billy and I are huge fans of your mom.
Oh, my mom rocks. We could just make an episode about how much my mom's great. My mom's my best friend in the whole world.
Yeah.
Julie is so sweet to you. And in fact, she would do this thing when you were younger, right? Where you were really nervous on like long car rides, much like a dog. And in order to calm you down, she had to like continually talk to you, tell you a story, rub your leg, do something.
Hold my foot from the front seat. She would just like hold on to my foot because it just made me feel better. Yeah.
Right. So what she did is that she would make you these little things you can listen to in the car. And it was her telling a story, and I'm not joking, for hours.
Hours and hours and hours. Yeah.
She would make up a story and had this whole plot, had this whole like this
Reoccurring characters.
Yeah, voices for all the characters.
Voices for all the characters, and she just recorded it all in Audacity and burned it to a CD, and then would just play it in the car so she wouldn't have to like think of it on the spot.
Yeah.
Because she's like driving or something, right? And she would like talk to you through those to keep you calm on the long car rides. It's so sweet. So when you came here, I was like, please find one of the CDs and bring them. So you asked your mom for them. She still had them.
Yeah.
She
And
has all of them, yeah.
just the other day, you know, we had to like look for a way to like play a disc.
Yeah, we realized that we couldn't play a CD.
Yeah.
Yeah, or, oh shit, I just remembered it's not on Spotify.
Yeah.
So I luckily had one of those like USB disc readers. So I plugged it into my computer and ripped the audio, and now I have it on my computer forever. And it's very sweet. I listened to like a half hour of it.
Yeah, it's really cute.
It's really, really cute. You have a very, very, very supportive and sweet mom.
Yeah, she's the best. She quit her job when I was a kid and my anxiety was really bad, just so she could like go to kindergarten with me. If I managed to make it that day, she'd be like, you don't have to go alone. So she quit her job to go with me.
Wow.
Super cool mom.
Cute.
Yeah. Julie rules. Next question. Who's my best friend? Julie.
It's Julie.
Here we go. Taylor coming through asking, what is your least favorite thing about America/California?
Ooh, probably that I just learned I have to pay $150 for my COVID test. Mine was $15.
This was $15 in Canada. Yeah, it's literally 10 times the price.
Yeah, coming here I paid
Wow.
$15 to get it. Going home I'm paying
That
$150.
sucks.
150 Canadian or
US, so even
US.
more Canadian.
wow.
I think mine was like 20 quid or something.
Holy
yeah.
shit.
Yeah, that sucks a lot.
Yeah.
What else sucks? To be fair, most of what I've been doing hasn't been like experiencing
California.
America,
that much.
California.
Yeah, a lot of it has just been like spending time with you both because that's what I came here to do. I guess this is more COVID related, but also like people don't have to wear masks here and don't really care to. At home, it's never been lifted once. Everyone wears a mask no matter what. So
Yeah.
like walking into a store and just seeing someone like carelessly not wearing a mask, I'm like, that sucks.
That does suck.
Yeah.
It's strange. You don't like the streets here.
Yeah.
We
Wide
say that
streets.
like every time we go out. Yeah.
Very wide streets.
Not pedestrian friendly.
Yeah. Not a lot of sidewalks around.
No.
No one else is really walking around, which is something that amazes me, especially here. Nicest weather imaginable. I love finding an excuse to walk anywhere. And it's like sidewalks will just end randomly.
Yeah.
Billy and I passed a McDonald's cup for like 3 weeks whenever we went on a walk. A cup that has not been knocked over, hasn't been
No.
like
It's
I don't
still
know
there, I
picked
think.
up. Like I don't
Yeah.
know, kids at home get bored. If we saw a cup, we'd be like, yeah, and just punch it.
But
Because
no one else aside from us has walked past that fucking
yeah,
cup.
it just sat there,
Yeah.
standing there, and I'm like, man, at home it would fall over from the wind, the crappy weather, or because people are still walking around. I'm like, here it's so nice, the wind won't blow it over. It's sunny, and no one's walking by it.
Right.
It doesn't make sense to me.
No. Whenever we like go to get a coffee or anything, there's always like it's pretty much usually always only us in the coffee shop, and then there's like a huge drive-through line, even though like the sun is out. It's beautiful.
Or we'll go into the coffee shop, everyone's sitting down inside, no one's sitting outside.
No one's ever outside.
Like, why not?
No.
That's the most frustrating thing. It's just how people don't appreciate the weather.
I think we're just used to it.
I get it, but I'm like, it sucks that you don't get how nice it is, kind of, you know?
Yeah.
I'm like, this is amazing. Like, we get a day like this 4 times a year.
That's that's insane to me.
Yeah.
And
England reaches like not even that hot. 20 degrees Celsius. Everyone is in booty shorts. Everyone is topless. Everyone is sprawled across whatever public plaza there is. Just a set of stairs going up to the mall will be covered in people like swarming like pigeons, you know? Yeah, here, most beautiful picture postcard day you can imagine. Everyone's in their car.
Yeah. Everyone's just whatever.
to me.
Yeah.
It's frustrating. I just want to shake people sometimes and be like, get out of your car. Walk there. Why are you driving there?
Yeah, I would like send you pictures of like a breakfast I'm having on my porch or something while you were in Canada. And you're like, it looks like that there at this time of year. It's like blue sky, sun out. And I was like,
I see blue sky 6 times a year. Even when it's sunny, it's overcast. It's always windy. Like, I can't get over it. I can't get over how unappreciated this weather is.
When you come back, it'll probably be during the hot time of the year. So you'll experience that too.
I love the heat.
You've experienced a warm winter, and then you'll experience like a very hot summer or spring.
I love the heat. I'll love it. But at least then it'll be more understandable why people aren't outside. I'm like, I get that it's really hot. Right now, I'm like, this is ideal.
It's perfect.
What are you doing? Yeah. All my answers are just involving the weather.
The sun in some way.
Weather. Worst part, people not appreciating the weather.
Thing you'll miss most. Weather. All right. Am I picking a question?
Yeah.
This one says, Brookie, are you a gamer? From Luna Freya.
I think I'm the right kind of gamer.
Oh.
Yeah.
Explain.
I wish that we'd set up the video podcast right now, because looking at Brooke with my eyeballs, she has her headphones on, but tucked into the headphones is a Minecraft skeleton. A plushy Minecraft skeleton.
I'll post a picture in the Discord of how I'm recording this right now.
Of you
do
with
it.
the skeleton
Yeah.
on your
Actually,
head.
can I just snap a shot of you?
Yeah, do it.
Okay.
Right
Yeah.
now. On the spot.
It's like to keep the headphones kind of secure on the head. There is just a skeleton.
Oh,
on her
but are
head
we-
from Minecraft?
Oh, you're going to expose the
I'm going
room.
to expose some of the wall.
It's okay. We'll like edit out the background and just put me on like
Pixelate it.
Yeah.
I'm just going to zoom into you.
Oh, please don't.
I'm zooming in. Man, my phone's HD.
Oh,
Look at that.
Jesus.
Okay, no, I wouldn't make
I
a
take
face.
back everything I
No,
said.
don't make a face. There we go. No, don't make that face. Oh my god.
Oh my god.
There we go. Uh-oh.
We got a piercing the other day. And
Me and Brooke went out and got piercings the other day, yeah.
I
Hold on, is this picture good?
oh my god, no.
Best picture of Brooke I've ever seen. The fuck? I mean, how dirty you're doing Brooke right now. What the fuck? Let me take one.
Take it from that angle, please. I'm like on the ground, so
Yeah, it's true. Mitch is on the ground and I'm on the couch. You're like looking up at me. That's terrible, but that's fine. We got a piercing the other day.
Yeah.
And I go to put these over the head headphones on, and I was like, it can't sit on my industrial bar. That'll be beyond painful. Tried to get earbuds. Mine don't have the right plug. Got Mitch's earbuds. The
earbuds are
wire's
broken.
broken.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I'm like, we got to make these work. So I'm trying to kind
the
of
big headphones work.
trying to figure it out. And we have a little Minecraft plushie just sitting on the couch, and I just shoved it in between the headphones, and I was like, perfect.
Perfect.
Now I look dumb.
Anyway, so I just really like the image that I'm getting of Brookie going like, I think I'm the right kind of gamer.
that's that.
A little Minecraft skeleton that's attached to her head.
That's funny.
Well, I don't play like, I'm a Nintendo gamer, I guess is the way to go. Not that not being a Nintendo gamer is bad, but I obviously prefer my type of gaming, which is why I do it.
Everyone prefers their own type of gaming.
I guess I just like what I like.
Because I think that it's the best for me. Yeah.
Next question, please. I think that gamers that only play like, I don't know, what's considered like more laid back games or Nintendo games or only game on the Switch. You know, when it comes to the more toxic gaming community, they see that as being either for babies or for girls. But most of the gaming I do now is on the Switch. Most of it, by a large margin.
To be fair, I did have a PS4. I've played other games.
Yeah, and you have how many hours of Skyrim logged on a PC? Like, so many.
Too many.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I guess I sometimes dabble outside of it.
Yeah.
I've finished Borderlands and Skyrim like 8 times.
There you go.
I've played some Final Fantasy, so sometimes I'll...
Oh my god. I didn't know this.
And then every Nintendo game.
Also, the Minecraft thing is on your head as a joke, but you were very into Minecraft.
I was into Minecraft for a while.
And for a while, all three of us were
taught us
into
a bunch
Minecraft. And
of
we were
Minecraft
playing,
stuff.
and me and Mitch had never really played before. And we had a server with you, and you kept being like, yeah, you just make this, and you do that. And you
I was kind of like, didn't
what
want
the
to tell
fuck?
you that I used to be into Minecraft, but it was hard watching you do something really
Wrong,
stupid
yeah.
and not just be like, I know how to do it. So I was like, fine, I used to be addicted to Minecraft, and here's how you do it.
Okay,
Fine, I played
here's-
every day for 3 years.
Yeah. But it was a long time ago.
Yeah.
Like a long time ago.
It was a different Brooke.
It was a different era of Minecraft, to be fair. There was like, I don't know, weird animals that there are now. You still made a cat by giving an ocelot a fish.
Wow.
And that's how it still should be. Next question.
Next question. Brooke's hot Minecraft take corner. Yeah.
I don't want to go steal a villager's cat. I want to get my own cat.
I would say that Brooke is a gamer. Yes, we do lots of gaming.
Woohoo.
Woohoo.
Verified gamer.
Mitchell, your turn to pick a question.
I'm scrolling. Somebody asked, I'm just going to say it
All right.
because I don't know who it was.
Okay.
Somebody asked, what was your favorite thing that I've cooked? You.
I think it was
Since
Womp.
you've been here. Was it Womp?
I think so. We've had a lot of good food.
Wow.
I've eaten so good. I've eaten better than I've probably eaten in my whole life being here because
my God.
it's true. I always just like cook for myself because I don't eat meat and my parents do. And I ate okay when I moved out with my ex. We ate okay, but not nearly as good as I eat here.
Wow.
Best thing I've eaten.
What's your favorite meal that we eat?
Probably chicken bowls.
There we go.
Chicken bowls by
Vegan
far.
chicken bowl. So it's
But second favorite dinner is actually a dinner that Billy made. It's true. Billy made a curry.
I did.
And it was so good.
And I'm going to make one again tonight, a different kind. And you're going to help me.
No, I'm
While
going
I'm
home.
mixing.
My plane trip, it's been my two biggest fears. Would I rather get on the plane now or help Billy cook a meal? I hate cooking.
I want to explain the chicken bowl, just for people's reference. It is a bowl of white rice with spinach all cut up small on top of it, raw spinach. And then Dr. Prager's vegan chicken tenders, breaded, cut up, sprinkled on top, some chopped onion, some chopped cilantro, and then we make a dressing out of just veganese and fresh lemon juice.
And pepper.
And pepper.
Lots of pepper. Lots
So
of
we
black
make
pepper.
a lemon pepper sauce out of just those three ingredients, and it rocks.
It's
so good, and we just
good.
drown the whole thing in that sauce, and it is fucking amazing.
Yeah, I think I've posted videos of me like pouring the lemon pepper sauce on my chicken bowl before in the Discord.
It's so good.
Yeah, it's very good. I didn't expect you to like it as much as you did because it's like a pretty mid-tier dinner to me. I'm like,
No,
I
I
love it. It's really good, but I like other things more. But you two go wild for it.
Yes.
Oh yeah. It sits well in my stomach. I just love rice. I don't know. It rocks to me. It's my favorite dinner by far. Every time I could eat it like 3 nights in a row, and it kind of sucks to me when we have it one night and then I know I can't have it the next night.
You can have it as
They're
often
like,
as you
oh,
want.
what's for dinner? And I'm like, what did we have last night? Chicken bowls. And I'm like, oh, fuck.
Shit. I have a related question, which is from Salt, saying, did you ever get over your fear of cooking a real meal in front of
my
Mitch and
God.
Billy?
No.
No, you didn't.
I'll
You
do
didn't.
anything here. I will run downstairs every day, do the dishes, sweep the floor, do the kitty litter, take the garbage out,
and
take the
it's been great.
garbage out in the bathroom. I'll do everything just so I don't feel as bad when I make one of you make me food.
Yeah. I feel bad though because I specifically told your mom. I was like, I'm going to teach her to cook.
It's true.
I'm going to teach her to cook.
I will teach her one
I will
dish.
teach her a dish. And you cooked one time while you were here. You made a hot dog.
Yeah, and
Out
it was
of
when I
nervousness.
first got here.
Just as you landed. Hours later, it was 2 a.m. You're making a hot dog in the kitchen.
Because I'm too shy to tell you I won't do it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just to feed it to yourself, just so you can go to bed.
Yeah.
You can have your nightly hot dog.
Your vegan hot dog.
Yeah.
Your smart dog.
Yeah, and that's all I've cooked. I'll sometimes make a bagel for myself in the morning, but then I'm like, Mitch, will you cut me the vegetables?
I'm like, okay, I'll cut you the vegetables.
Oh,
I'm
you
too
don't want to use
scared.
the knife.
Yeah, you don't want to use a knife.
Okay, I'm too scared to cut vegetables. It freaks me out. I won't even watch either of you cut vegetables because I'm like, too close to your finger, too scary. And who's been the only one who's cut themselves on the knife this whole time?
You.
Me.
Yeah.
Me.
It's funny that happened to you despite avoiding cutting a vegetable. You still managed to like the knife was just drying in the drying rack and you kind of brushed your hand on it, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I was like, my biggest fear, the one reason I won't do it is to avoid exactly this. And I did it.
then it happened
And I did
anyway.
it doing the dishes, and I'm doing the dishes to avoid cooking, to
Well,
avoid cutting myself with the
Teaches
knife.
you a lesson about avoidance.
Look at that.
So no, I haven't. And it's been great having everyone cook for me.
I feel terrible.
You know what was really, really sweet to me though? One, I don't remember why, but there was a day when I was feeling like really, really bad and sad and hormonal and stuff. And I was just like, I don't remember why. Maybe I had nightmares or something. And you made me a toast. Like, you just made me like 2 slices of toast with like my vegan butter and raspberry jam on. And I was like, this coming from Brooke is like so sweet and cute.
It's like the ultimate sign of love. Like,
It is,
here.
yeah, because I know she hated doing it, but
Yeah.
it was super, super sweet, and it made me feel very loved.
Oh, good.
Well, you
And
made me a little
tea.
toast, yeah, and a tea.
I'll make
Did
drinks.
you make Billy a tea all by yourself?
Yeah.
Really?
You were both upstairs. Yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Was it good?
Yeah, it was good.
Wow.
Too milky.
Yeah, but Brooke was a good barista at Starbucks for a long time, so good at
Yeah,
making.
I'll make drinks. I won't cook food.
It took me a long time to learn to make a British tea not too milky because that's how I would like it.
Yeah,
Milky.
I made it a bit too milky. I really told Billy, I was like, tell me if I did anything wrong. Like, I want to know how I can make it perfect. And she's like, a little milky.
And
But
you
that's
you
to
threw a
my
fit.
taste though.
Yeah,
Like
yeah.
everyone being an English person or an Irish person as well, you learn to know how every person in your family and immediate circle of friends prefers their tea to be, because everyone likes a different amount of milk, the tea bag to be steeped a different amount of time, if it's going to be sweetened, is it sugar, is it sweetener, do you want a Yorkshire, do you want a PG tip, do you want an Earl Grey, are you that kind of person, you know? So yeah, it just takes a while to know how one particular person likes it.
Yeah,
You did
for
very
sure.
good.
Nailed it.
Yeah.
Another salt question.
Ooh.
They say next Discord person you want to travel to meet.
Ooh, that's a...
You've met someone from the Discord besides us before.
Yeah.
I met Nika.
Uh-huh.
Fellow mod Nika. Yeah.
We had a mod meetup at my house.
And it rocked. To
have
talk
a
about
talk.
important modding things. Yeah.
No, Nika drove to me, which
Yeah.
was a very long drive.
It's a long drive.
Like 10 hours in bad weather.
Yeah.
Just to come for like 2 days. And it was so sweet and we had so
Very
much
cute.
fun. But next,
It's gotta be another mod.
It's gotta
I was
be,
gonna be like,
it's gotta be Whomper Austin.
I was like, I could go meet Womp.
Yeah.
Because Nika's met Womp and I want to go visit Nika.
Nika is she kind of draws us all together. Nika met Womp right away. You met Nika. You've lived with us now. We're making a commune, I think. But I think this is
all
how
slowly
communes start.
joining up. Yeah.
Yeah, for sure.
And I think the next time you're down, we could meet Nika and Womp.
Whoa.
Get Womp to California.
That'd be
It
Can
fun.
you
would
imagine
also-
Kentucky boy Womp in California? That kicks so much ass.
One other person I want to meet is Amanda. Amanda doesn't talk in the Discord much, but Amanda and I are close.
Amanda and Christian, obviously. I have to eventually meet Christian.
Yeah, funny you've never met Christian. Do people know that you've never met Christian?
No,
that's
not
really
at all.
Funny.
Not at all.
People do not know. Yeah.
Yeah, it's the assumption that we actually just like record together.
Yeah, because you've released how many albums together?
Many.
Yeah.
Never met?
Yeah. I mean, I don't know. We did like a couple full lengths and then a handful of EPs and then some other projects, but then we also had a podcast together.
You had a whole podcast together? Yeah.
Yeah. So the fact that we've literally never met is becoming funnier and funnier the
longer it goes on.
The longer
it's got to happen.
It's coming up on 10 years of not meeting.
Yeah, because I'm slow to meet people, as in I have to talk to them for like a year before I really want to meet them, or I feel right about meeting them. And there's something about just my life and my privacy and stuff. But I've known Christian for way longer than I would be. I'm way comfortable meeting Christian, but it has not happened yet.
And Christian's like come down to like LA to like play a show and stuff. Yeah.
So
I won't be there.
And he brings it up too. He's just like, let's meet. I'm like, for sure we will. And then
Amanda and Christian here.
Amanda and Christian here.
Yes.
You here.
Yes.
It would be very easy to meet Charlie next time you're down as well, because Charlie's close.
Also, Holly lives close to me. Holly in
Canada. That's true.
Canada,
I could meet
right,
Holly.
huh?
You could meet someone in
Realistically,
Canada.
next person I could meet could be Holly.
That's
if
true.
Holly had any interest in meeting me.
No awkward.
Listen, no pressure, Holly, but we could meet.
Yeah, that seems the ball's in your court on this one.
Yeah, for sure.
Meeting is terrifying.
I love it.
I hate it.
I love meeting people.
You're just gonna have to throw a paper airplane towards Holly in Canada with a like, would you like to meet? Yes, no, please tick appropriately. Yeah.
But yeah, I love meeting people. It's fun every time. It's fun and exciting, and I'll like remember the first time I like saw them in person every single time, and I'm like, I love that feeling of seeing someone for the first time, being like, it's them.
It's never gone poorly for me. It's
always
gone
fun. So poorly for me so
really?
many times.
That's because you do it so fucking quickly. It's never gone poorly for me because I know I want to meet the person when I meet them. Like I know it's time.
Yeah. Brookisode, want to hear a story about someone I met?
Absolutely.
I have two bad internet meeting friend stories.
Okay.
Yeah.
First one was seeing a guy for quite some time, like just long distance. I mean, they were in Canada, but they were like 4 hours away from me.
Long distance, had never met them, but you're like romantically interested in them? Okay.
Yeah, like an online relationship.
Yes. Finally, for some reason, he's like, I'm going to be near Toronto. Come meet me. And I'm like, I can't drive. Got to find a way to do it. So he's like, I have a friend who's single. Bring one of your friends who's single. And I'm like, cool, perfect.
The worst way to do that.
I was young. I was like 15.
Okay, Jesus.
Yeah.
That's way too young to be doing all this, but go on.
Yeah, for sure. So.
And does Julie know about this?
I don't know.
I'm going to text
No.
Julie.
Oh my god.
I'm sure. I always do these things and tell my mom after, and she's like, "You're insane," and I'm like, "Yeah," but I won't tell her when I'm doing it. Of course, she'd say, "No, that's crazy."
Yeah,
So anyway,
as she should.
go down, meet said guy. Super weird when I first got there. You know, we're all hanging out at this house. I'm trying to kind of be close to him, whatever. He has like weirdly no interest. I guess I'm a catfish. I don't know. He's just like not interested. And I'm like, okay.
He's like, fuck it, no way.
Yeah. So then we're like,
wait. So how long were you talking before this point?
Like 5 months maybe. We'd fall asleep on the phone together.
That's a good amount of time.
Yeah.
It is.
Yeah. We'd
5
FaceTime
months.
and stuff.
FaceTime and everything. Wow.
And then we're like, okay, let's go downtown to Toronto instead of this person's house. And I was like, maybe that'll be a good idea. Maybe we'll like have more to talk about, you know? We go downtown, get on the subway. Immediately, I'm harassed by this man on the subway who's being like, are your legs corporate? Where'd you get your legs? Those can't be real. I don't want to harass you. Just a little bit. Do you want to get married?
What?
And I'm just like,
What? So just like an insane man?
Yeah.
Okay.
And he is doing nothing to like, you know, be like, no, come over here. No.
Oh my god.
Well, he was also wondering if your legs were corporate.
Yeah, he's like, I've been waiting for this. Yeah.
Finally, someone else.
I paid that man to ask you that.
Some nice person on the bus turns around and is like, a fellow, I'm assuming, goes by she, her on the bus, turns around and is like, that's my girlfriend. And She protects me from this person.
A
Don't
stranger.
Know her. Yep, just some stranger on the bus.
Oh my god.
Until he leaves, and then she's like, stands very close to me, and she's like, "Are you okay?" And I'm like, "Wow, how
what
nice
if she
of
stood
you."
close to you and said, when she was like,
Your
"So are
legs
those legs
corporate?"
Yeah. Everyone on the bus needs to know.
Oh
So
my
that
god.
was very nice of her. And as all of this is happening, I'm like, "Where'd he go?" Turn around, he's flirting with a girl in the subway.
Oh my
I'm like,
god.
"Oh, for sure."
Oh my god.
Then he takes the girl from the subway. We get off the subway, all of us together. This girl's down here, and I'm like, and I'm just kind of like,
hold on. He
picked a girl up on the subway
yeah,
and brought
hold
her
on.
with.
On the subway, he meets someone
Yeah.
and convinces her to go with you two.
yes.
What a baller!
Oh my god.
Fuck yeah!
I don't know how to get home at this point. Also, he drove us to the subway, so I have no way home. So I'm like following because I'm like, I don't know what to do. I
Yeah.
don't know how to get home. I have to stay. So I'm following behind them, and then he takes her. He takes her out for drinks. And leaves me outside. And I'm sitting outside on a rock outside of this place waiting for them to finish
let me
he can take me home.
Let me ask a concerning question that just popped into my head. He took her out for drinks?
Yes.
How old was this guy?
18?
Oh, I forgot it wasn't like over here.
It's Canada.
Yeah, okay, that
But
makes
they were
more
both of
sense.
age and you weren't.
I was also probably like, I could have been 16. I don't remember the exact age
Okay.
I was at the time.
Okay.
It was around there. Like end of high
You weren't old
school,
enough to go
16,
for drinks.
probably more like 16, 17.
I think
Yeah,
you were
but-
14 and a half and this
Oh my
guy
God,
was
so-
26.
Oh my god.
No, it wasn't a weird age gap, no.
But regardless, they went somewhere where you couldn't go
You
with
couldn't- you
them
weren't
and you had
allowed
to
in.
sit on a
Yes.
rock outside.
But they definitely wouldn't have invited me in. He wanted to be alone with her.
Oh my
Yeah.
god.
Yeah, he did. He was probably glad. And I was just like, I was so angry and I was like, I want to go home, but I don't know how. I don't have a car. I don't even, at this point, it was like, I wasn't too familiar with Toronto. I'm like, I don't even know what subway to get on and where I'd be getting off. I don't know
my
how to get home.
God.
So I had to sit there and wait.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
That's
That was
crazy.
that was
Did he
one.
take you home?
Yeah.
That's crazy.
He took me back to the house and then my friend drove me home and I
You
was like,
meet
that
your,
was so
like,
bad.
You're like long distance online boyfriend for the first time
Uh-huh.
who you've been talking to for like the better part of a year, like a third of a year. And he picks up someone else, ignores
On the
you
subway.
getting harassed. Someone else has
Yeah.
to pretend that you're their girlfriend. You pick someone up on the subway. They go for drinks where you can't go in with them. And you have to sit on a rock.
Yeah.
This is terrible.
It's also pretty funny, though.
It
I feel
is
like we're
funny.
ignor-
It's really
we're
funny.
ignoring
It's really funny.
the fact that he kind of got her ass.
Yeah.
Oh my-
cool
well,
story for him
yeah.
to tell. Good for him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, none
sure.
of us are considering that got her ass.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Got her ass.
Yeah,
good.
got her ass.
And
yeah.
I've never I've done a lot of rascal shit in my life, and I've never pulled someone while on a date.
Yeah, honestly.
Or even just on my way to a date with someone, I pulled someone else and just kind of did the old switcheroo. You
Oh
know?
my god.
Yeah.
I'd rather you, huh? I said I'd rather you.
Oh my god. And then the girl just goes along with it. What wasn't
Yeah.
she like, who's this
She
person
holds my-
following us?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, that's my
That's
friend.
my date.
Oh, that's just my online girlfriend. But that's
Yeah,
fine.
super weird. Only other time.
It's fine. I'm going to break up with her like tomorrow.
Yeah, yeah.
That's my only online girlfriend.
The only other time I met someone was more just weird. We were friends for seriously 4 years probably, and they lived a plane ride away. And they started dating someone in my town, which is just super weird. Like, how what are the odds of that? And then they flew to go visit the girl they were dating, and then I ran into them while I was walking to work.
That sucks.
Yeah, and I was like,
Like they didn't tell you that they were in town.
I mean, I didn't really expect them to, really, but they saw me and they just started screaming Brooke out the window.
I hate that.
And I was like, what? And I turned around and I was like, huh? What?
That's
And
very
he was in the car. And I was like, I've never seen them in person before. And I'm like,
It's jarring.
What?
Wouldn't that just be very
It felt like a dream.
Exactly. It would feel
Yeah.
like a dream.
I was like, you're here, but I didn't know you were here and you don't live here. And it was just like, what?
How far
But-
away did he live again?
He lived in, I guess no one knows who it is. He lived in New York.
Uh-huh.
And I was in Ontario.
Okay.
So you could drive, but far away.
It's far.
Different country.
Yeah, it's far.
Country. Yeah.
And it wasn't like I was somewhere busy, somewhere populated. I was just walking through a parking lot on the way to my job at Michael's.
Yeah.
And I was like,
Wow.
what? Hello?
I wouldn't have said hey to you at all. I would
also was like the confidence to be sure enough that was me.
Right.
To just scream Brooke to someone in a parking lot. I just was like, had bangs, black hair. Nothing about me was like that recognizable to be that confident it was me.
So you're obviously not a catfish.
I guess
He
not.
recognized you immediately from across the parking lot.
Across the parking lot, yeah.
That's true.
It was very awkward though, because like we were very close and his girlfriend was in the car and I didn't want to make her uncomfortable by being like, oh my God. Like, not that we like flirted or anything, but I didn't want to make her uncomfortable by freaking out too much. So I was just kind of like, wow, crazy to see you here. Also nice to meet you, girlfriend. Also, gotta keep this short. My shift starts in 5 minutes. But this has been cool.
Yeah.
And then I left.
Oof.
That's really
so
weird.
like it really sucks when you've been friends for that long and the way you meet is like a very brief 4-minute conversation in front of their girlfriend in a parking lot.
I would have done anything for them to have not said anything and just kind of saw me.
I
from
thought
a
it was
distance.
cool.
Oh, you just said you thought it was weird.
Well, of course it was weird. I didn't expect that to happen, but it was still cool. Like, what are the odds of all of that happening?
I would just say, man, that was weird that we saw them from a distance, and I would not have the confidence to be like, hey,
We were
hey.
way too friendly at that point where like it would be if they were like I saw you and didn't say anything, I'd be so offended. We were friends for years.
I'd still rather them not. I would rather them not jump out at me like that. I have to be ready.
I thought it was really cool.
I have
Like
to be
weird
ready.
for sure, but like weird and cool. Like very, very cool.
Yeah.
I just wish it wasn't like I had to run away immediately after and like never met their girlfriend before. So like, sorry if this is weird for you. Like,
was that your only 2 times meeting someone from online other than just recently?
Yes.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
So those are
Nico
your
was my
only
first
experiences.
positive online friend meeting.
And yet you like it.
I think it's thrilling every time. Listen to my stories.
Even
of
if
course
it's
I
bad,
like it.
it's
Yeah.
interesting.
It's crazy every time.
Mine generally always go well. I've met lots and lots and lots of internet friends
Yeah.
over the years. Yeah.
I have had so many internet friends, but none ever live near me.
Mm-hmm.
So like, so many people I know online, I'll kind of make a friend group of friends online and they're all meeting each other because they're like 2 hours apart from each other. And they're like, God, Brooke, we wish you were in an 8-hour time zone and a $400 flight away. And I'm like, for sure. And then eventually we grow apart because they all become really close and are like hanging out in person. And I'm like,
Yeah.
bye.
Yeah, that does suck.
Yeah.
I'm surprised that you didn't share your the kind of how weird it was when you met Nika. Didn't she bit her own dog?
Stop right now. Nika would never do that.
She bit Plum? She said, Plum, stop it, and then bit her.
Oh my God.
No, but meeting Nika was so funny because Nika was absolutely exhausted from driving that far, and her dogs were like going wacky because they were in a car for so long. They were so full of beans, and Nika got there and is in the guest room trying to sleep, and I'm also trying to sleep because Nika arrived at like 5 a.m.
Right.
And I just hear the dogs scratching at the door, screaming, barking, and I was like, poor Nika needs to actually sleep. So I was like, I'm gonna get up, go hang out with the dogs like outside or something, and just let Nika have like a nice sleep alone in the room.
Yeah.
So I go in to get the dogs. Nika's asleep. The dogs are jumping up and off the bed, barking, scratching at the door, and I'm like, how tired are you? How are you sleeping
out.
That's
through
what you got to
this?
do sometimes.
Yeah, I still took the dogs, but I was just like, man, I don't know how you're asleep through this right now.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
Really funny. Okay. What time are we at? How much time we got?
Not much.
Sorry, these answers are way too long.
We're at
No, I love
53 minutes.
That's okay. That's
Yeah.
all right.
I'm
Yeah.
making some long replies to these questions.
I like it.
Can I do one?
Yes.
Taylor asked, if you could get a matching tattoo with Billy, what would you get?
That's really funny.
It's funny because it would be my first proper tattoo.
Right.
So, like, I'm not a tattooed person. I've got 2 that were done in people's houses when I was underage. Yeah.
I'm trying to think of something Billy and I have in common enough that I'm like, we could both get it tattooed and it'd be kind of funny.
Just a little me.
Oh my god.
How about that? How about just a little me?
Little Peppa Pig frog.
Peppa Pig frog.
Peppa Pig
Peppa
frog
Pig
is
frog.
good.
I've gotten mentioned Billy into Peppa Pig.
Yeah.
I was
talk about
already
that for
into
a
Peppa
second?
Pig. Thank you very
But
much.
can we talk about how this Peppa Pig thing?
It's good. It's
Yeah.
It's a great show.
It was my anxiety relaxing show. I just find it very simple, very just like a calming show to watch. And then I was like, we got to watch it. Next thing you know, we're all laughing at Peppa Pig because it's comedy gold.
It is.
It's great.
It's not like I kind of knew it was funny because there's like a few memes that are like, oh, this children's show is sometimes funny. No, the show's always funny.
It's really funny.
Yeah.
Every episode is a hit.
Yeah,
it's really good.
My younger sibling, there is a 13-year difference between us. So I was, a teenager when she was a toddler. And Peppa Pig was one of my favorite shows to watch with her because it wasn't just like a baby show that doesn't make any sense. I'm like, that's actually fun to watch.
It is,
and
it's
it kind of
funny.
has a bit of like sarcastic humor in it that I think like kids wouldn't quite laugh at, but it's really funny.
It's very, very good.
Yeah.
Because like we were just watching like live TV or something. You're like, oh my god, Peppa Pig's on. And I was like, okay. And then we put it on, and I was like, this is kind of funny. And then a week later, I'm like, let's see if Peppa Pig's on.
Then we end up on Amazon Prime watching it because we can't find it on live
Peppa
TV.
Pig's not on.
They only show it at really weird times on the live TV thing. It's only on at like 2:30 in the morning.
Yeah, it's from like 1 to 2:30, and then that's it. We're like, okay.
Yeah, and sometimes we go to look at it and we're like, we missed it by 3 minutes.
Yeah,
fuck.
Bummer.
Yeah.
Maybe tonight we'll watch some Peppa Pig.
I think Peppa Pig Frog is a good answer.
That's a great answer.
It wouldn't particularly match the rest of your beautiful detailed
No,
I
think
do
I should
already
get
have
something
a frog-related tattoo, so it'd be kind of funny to get another, but I'll do
I'd
it.
get something like maybe just the skeleton of the Peppa Pig frog.
What would that look like?
It's terrifying. That's why it would look really good on her neck.
Oh, God.
That's my answer anyway.
I agree. Full agree.
Okay. Salt says, I find this just a funny question to ask you in particular. Do you ever intentionally eat expired food?
Absolutely not.
You and Mitch both have like the exact same level of food anxiety, of which I don't really, I have none. I don't have any food anxiety really.
Right.
I will just eat something. I'll like, well, I'll know if it's bad if I start shitting and throwing up afterwards. Then I will have known that it's bad.
No way.
But usually, before that point, usually something smells bad or it looks obviously bad or it tastes bad.
Terrifying to me.
I should count the amount of times I wash my hands while making one single meal.
It's true.
You both, you both are very into hand washing and the food being washed a lot, and always looking at the dates on stuff. Constantly looking at dates on stuff. I'm never looking at dates on anything.
My dad had a joke that he would tell all of his friends growing up when he would like tell them about having a daughter with anxiety, because one time I walked into a room just like kind of losing my mind, and I was like, there's no expiry dates on these apples, how do I know if I can eat them? And he's like, they're apples, look at them. And I was like, but fruit. It doesn't tell me.
It doesn't say. I need someone else to say.
I trust the manufacturer.
Yeah.
Even though before you got
more
here,
than my own senses.
Before you got here, we were watching that food documentary about food waste, and it was teaching us like largely that expiration dates are bullshit.
Well, most of them are sell by dates.
Yeah.
They're not eat by, or the food is bad after that point.
There's like only one actual regulated like eat by date, and it's on like baby food or baby formula or something.
Yeah, something like that.
And everything else they're just cutting like way ahead to be safe so no one gets sued.
Yeah.
And there's no, I don't know. But so it's fine. But still, if something is near that date, if something is especially on or after that date, I go no.
It's so funny to me because the expiration date, I already just kind of from common sense assume it's a few days earlier than when it's actually bad, because they don't want to put it when it's like literally the day it's molded.
The day before it goes rancid. Yeah.
But even if it's a couple days close to the expiry date, that's already a couple days earlier than when it goes bad. I'm not eating it.
It's too much for me.
Yeah, it doesn't have to be expired. It can just be coming up to.
Yeah.
And I don't mean just kind of slightly coming up to. I mean like we had 2 things of Vega on top of the fridge, like Vega protein powder to make shakes out of. And Mitch hadn't touched them in a long time, but I love the shakes. So I was like, I want to start drinking them when I get here. And one of them expired in like May 2022 and the other expired in like August 2022, and it's like, you better have the one that expires in August. What?
I remember that. Yeah.
It's both months it's both next year from the point that I was looking at it.
But this one's a little fresher.
This one was
for sure.
The date's further away. You better have this one.
If I had to throw one away, you're like, you don't have to throw either of them away.
Yeah.
But
I'll have them both.
The only reason I had to is because I started drinking one. I had stopped for some months, and it's Vega. It lasts forever.
Yeah.
And I was like, but I opened it.
Yeah, I want a fresh one.
Yeah. And then I didn't touch it for 6 months.
Yeah.
I opened it. It's dusty. There's a bug in it or something.
Yeah.
Anyway, there's no fucking way on earth that Brooke would intentionally eat expired food.
No, we've had like times where I'm just like, Brooke, do these meatballs smell funny?
I was going to bring up this.
And they're frozen.
They're frozen, so they don't smell like anything. I know, but they smell freezer burnt, I guess. They smell a little...
Mitch and I are like, throw them out.
Yeah. And you were like, don't throw... I'll eat them tonight. Don't throw them out.
But then we were like, what if your meatballs get mixed with our meatballs? So we had to cook Billy's meatballs in a separate pan because Mitch and I didn't want to eat them.
Yeah, and then studying me like a lab rat to see if I fucking, have to go to the ER.
Poking you all night, being like, are you there? Yes, I'm there. I'm sleeping. You're breathing shallow.
Anyway, the funny question. I like that one.
That is a good question.
Let's squeeze a few more out.
Yeah.
Before we wrap up.
I'll answer some quickly. I'll stop being so long-winded. Actually, you know what would be a great question to answer considering what I'm doing right now? I don't know who asked it, but I saw it of that one who was like, who talks the most in the house to themselves?
Oh, yeah.
Me.
It's Brooke.
Yeah, I'm constantly talking and singing.
Yes, I suppose.
Do you disagree?
So. I don't know. I don't know.
You looked at me for quite a while, and I do it some.
You don't talk to yourself that much.
I don't talk to myself. No. I mean, I do in my head. Yeah. But you have thoughts out loud.
I can't keep any emotion, any thought, anything I see to myself. Someone will be in the middle of a sentence, and I'll just be like, and I'll be like, oh, sorry, I just read something. Like, I can't.
Or I just remembered
I just remembered something.
Yeah.
That's what you'll do all the time. I'll be mid-sentence to you, and you'll be like, oh, and I was just like, what is it? Because I think it has to do with what I'm talking about. Because, Brooke, the assumption there is that you're listening to what the fuck I'm saying.
But I am also listening. I'm very good at listening, but I'm just good at also...
Yeah, but most people, when they're having a conversation, they'll like have a thought and they'll be like, I'll file that away for the next break in the conversation.
Yeah, I can't do that.
Yeah, no,
you will
it's very
instantly
immediate.
react to that like it's shooting through your central nervous system. It is just such a like a... and I'm just like, oh my God, what? And
which I think is linked to the panic disorder.
It's for sure linked to the panic disorder. I've never experienced that before. I've never seen anyone do that.
I do it constantly.
You do it every day.
And a lot of the times I hate that I do it. Like sometimes I think it's funny and sometimes I'm like, man, that was so rude that someone is in the middle of talking. And I was just like, oh my God. I'm like, sorry, I don't know. I'm just thinking of stuff.
And then you'll share that thought and it's will be completely irrelevant. It is completely fucking irrelevant to what anyone's talking about.
A lot of the time, you'll start saying a sentence, and then halfway through, you go, you know what, never mind. And I'll say, what? And you'll be like, I just realized what I said doesn't make any sense at all.
But you were already
saying it as you're thinking it.
Yeah. I'm not good at having thoughts without just like saying it out loud. So, which also makes me talk to myself a lot.
Yeah. It also is I think it's tied to that thing where you're one of those people that like can't picture things.
It's true.
In your mind. You know how that was like a thing on the internet for a while? That it's like, my wife said that she can't
It's
picture.
crazy. Mitch and I had this very in-depth conversation about how I can't see things in my head. And I tried to explain it to Mitch in a way where I was like, when I was in school and teachers used to be like, put your head on the desk as I read this part of the book and like picture in your head, I would be so bored because I was like, I can't do that. I see nothing in my head. And I was really trying to like explain that, and literally the next day, this whole internet meme thing came out of people being like, "When I say imagine an apple, what do you see in your head?" And I was like, "What? I can't talk about anything."
Yeah, it became a huge thing on Twitter. Yeah,
it was a huge thing for a while, and it was literally like the next day.
Yeah,
it was funny. We've manifested some stuff like that on the podcast too, where we'll just like talk about something, and then people will like send us links like that week, being like, "You did it again."
Yeah,
crazy.
Too powerful. Too powerful brains in this room right now.
But I think it's also tied to the fact that like you can't picture things in a visual sense in your head.
So you just vocalize them.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's true.
It is true.
Yeah, Brooke also, like, we knew this previously to Brooke coming to stay with us, but we'd be, like, in a call with Brooke, like, gaming or something. And sometimes, like, me and Mitch would just kind of look at each other and just be like, it's a Brooke cast.
Yeah.
Because Brooke will just carry on talking if you let her. She'll just keep talking.
Yeah.
And it's good. It is just like listening to a podcast.
It is. It is. I will, like, you would do good with a podcast. Because you can go.
I can go. It's true. Me and Mitch have been on the phone for nights where I'll be talking a lot. And then I'll think something's wrong because Mitch is like really quiet. And I'll be like, are you okay? And you're like, yeah. And I'm like, okay. So I just keep going. Then the next day you're like, I just thought it was really funny how long you
Yeah, it was good. It was good.
I was just enjoying it.
Yeah, I would be like, I'm going to say like, it was actually when we were getting into Minecraft and stuff. So I would tell Billy like, all right, I'm just going to play Minecraft with Brooke tonight. And you went to bed and me and Brooke were talking and I was already like sleepy. So I wasn't really talking that much. And you didn't let a second of silence go by. I was just listening to a Brooke podcast in that call up until we stopped playing like 3 hours later. You were just one thing led to another, which led to another thought, and then when you were out of thoughts, you would just start vocalizing the things that you're doing.
Narrating.
Yeah. Okay, I guess I'm just going to open this blog. Wow, there's this in it. Oh, cool. And just
you make a great like Twitch streamer.
Yeah. You'd be great at Twitch streaming because you cannot let a silence happen.
Yeah.
It's true.
Amazing.
I hate silence. And if anything's ever moderately silent, I just start humming.
Yeah.
Yeah. I also thought it was a really funny question to bring up considering while Mitch was typing the Discord message of being like, hey, everyone, Brooke's leaving. Leave your questions. Mitch had to tell me to stop talking.
Yeah. I was like, I need to hear my own thoughts for 1 second.
So
because I'm typing
a message.
Something. Yeah. Give me, seriously, 1 minute.
Yeah.
And then you can carry on.
It's good. Okay. Quick fire questions. Actually, Holly, who we were talking about earlier, who lives in Canada.
Yeah, so they somehow got back and said they would not like to hang out.
Oh my god.
Shit.
Somehow they're hearing
I
this
get
life.
it, for sure.
Yeah, my phone's been in a call. We have a few people listening.
Holly came in like about an hour after we asked her questions, being like, fuck, I missed it. And Brooke was like, no, you didn't. Keep going. Brooke responded while we were recording the podcast, which is
I'm
great.
good at multitasking.
So I'm going to quick fire some of these Holly questions at the end. They say, oh shit, pineapple on pizza, yes, no?
No.
Wow, I say yes.
Any more mods you want to get? Yeah. Womp.
Like body mods?
Oh, body. I think I meant mods in the Discord.
Me too. I was like, huh?
Yeah.
Womp for sure.
Body mods. I mean, yes, but it's so many. I mean, just more tattoos in general. I don't have money for it.
Yeah.
I want snake bites pretty bad. More piercings. Anything crazier than tattoos and piercings? Not really, but I also wouldn't really turn any down. So I'm just kind of like, I guess a lot. Yeah.
Okay. This is an interesting one. Poutine, bad or good?
Bad.
Yeah, you have a very strong opinion.
Brooke's got a strong opinion that poutine
don't like
is bad.
gravy. Don't like cheese really much at all. Cheese curds especially are bad. Then having soggy potatoes is disgusting to me.
I've never had poutine, and I know I would love it.
We don't have poutine in the UK. We don't put the cheese curds on top, but chips and gravy is a super common thing to get like after a night out.
I know.
Just
I would
chips and gravy.
love poutine.
Too heavy. Gravy's liquid meat in my head.
I mean, it is, for sure.
Yeah.
All right, last Holly question says, go-to struggle meal. Honestly, mine, chips and gravy is a great one.
There you go.
Pasta with butter.
Yeah, and just that.
Yeah.
I've seen you eat that a lot.
If I'm ever feeling really anxious and like, what?
Calling applesauce a meal is
really
just
funny.
funny.
Well, it's not a meal, but like if I'm ever
if
I'm ever really sick or like just have no appetite, and like to the point where you're kind of struggling to even swallow food, I will eat a lot of applesauce. To the point where like applesauce when I'm not sick kind of tastes bad to me because I'm like,
God, you associate it so much.
Yeah.
I mean, it's good enough for pensioners. Why isn't it good enough for you?
And babies,
octogenarians,
and infants.
Brooke eats a lot like an octogenarian, actually.
I have no idea what that word means. Yeah,
I'm just like, I like that Billy's saying long words and Mitch is going, baby.
Yeah.
Someone
like
in their
baby.
80s.
Oh.
Wait, what's that?
Octogenarian is someone in their 80s.
Oh, for
you
sure.
thought we'd know that.
Yeah.
Blows my mind right now. It's blowing my mind.
Funny that one of you are saying I eat like a baby and the other one's saying I eat like an old person because I see it. I see both
of them.
I eat baby food and I like actual baby food. Gerber's baby food. Mitch has some in the fridge.
Yeah, specifically for you.
Yeah. And the boosts, which is just remind me again what a boost is. It's like milk with oil in it.
It's just oil milk
with vitamins for old people to drink when they need a meal replacement.
Yeah.
It's creamy, so it's nice. There's vitamins in it to keep you going. There's protein in it, but there's a bunch of oil in it for the calories.
Yeah.
It's the perfect
a lot of
food.
those.
Oh my god, no, it's not.
If my heartburn could struggle a boost, can actually stomach. If my stomach could stomach a boost,
Yeah.
I got there eventually.
Do you say if my struggle could stomach a boost?
That's what I said. I think my heartburn could struggle or something.
Yeah.
Anyway, I would drink Boosts all the time.
They're so good.
I think they'd help me.
Yeah, they're great for like maintaining weight when I'm like not hungry.
Yeah,
I'm
I
like,
think
a
I'd
Boost.
thrive on a
I can't think
Boost.
of anything grosser. I guess maybe if it was like some kind of vegan milk, then it wouldn't have the fat content. So I don't know.
Because they still add the oil.
It would mostly be oil, I guess.
There are vegan Boosts out there. They're not just called, Boosts, but they're like
just expensive.
Yeah, they're just expensive. And honestly, I should invest in that. I need an extra 500 calories to my day.
They're probably so good. I'm not putting in the money for that. I'm very good at not eating meat. I'm vegetarian, but I'll sneak in some milk here and there. I mean, not like a cup of milk. I won't drink but
like a glass of milk.
But I'll drink a Boost.
But like a classic bedtime.
I'll drink a Boost and eat a lot of chocolate. That's really where I cheat. Yeah. Anyway.
That's all Holly's questions.
Thank you, Holly.
You know what's fun? Forget it.
What?
I'm doing the exact thing I say I do, where I have a thought and I start saying
What was it?
What time is it?
We're over.
Oh, forget it.
It's 1:10 right now.
No,
come on. What is it?
No, it's
I'm curious.
It's a whole
I
story?
can tell you after.
Oh, we'll have a long episode. People don't care.
God.
It's a Brooke episode.
I was like, it's funny that we didn't get to the story that is what made you want to have a whole Brooke episode. Which was just like the weird Canada things I was telling you the other day.
I don't
about
remember.
I don't remember that
oh my
at all.
God, you remember when you told me to write in my notepad this story? You're like, stop what you're saying right now and put this in your notepad so you can tell it on the podcast. And it was about mittens smelling bad.
I never instruct you to do anything.
Oh my God.
You want to tell those stories as a goodbye?
They're too long.
They're not long.
About how in Canada at recess when it's absolutely freezing outside.
You can go 20 minutes over. You can go a half hour over and I wouldn't care. I'd mix it.
The people care.
The people wouldn't care. People always want podcast episodes to
We
be
know
longer.
that I don't stop talking. This will be 3 hours.
Do you know that people can at any point in a podcast can just hit stop?
It's true.
Yeah.
That is true.
I've been on podcasts 4 hours long.
Oh my God. That's too long.
Buckle up. 5 hours is about to...
Oh my God.
Yeah. I was just going to say how at recess at home in Canada when it's cold, we would take turns huddling up in corners because it was so cold that no one could breathe. No one was having fun. And you're miserable and cold. And we just used to take turns with 20 kids just huddling around one kid in the corner.
I do remember this now.
Yeah.
And then once one kid is warm, you just kind of swap out with the different kid. And it was just this teamwork to survive.
I think that's what penguins do.
It is what penguins do. And
Yeah.
what's especially fun, there's a couple things about this that I really like. One, you did it out of necessity. I think that's great.
It was not a game.
Much like a penguin.
Yeah.
And also, no adult told you to do this. This is what happens when kids just fend for themselves.
Yeah, we're just
in
cold
Canada.
and miserable. Yeah.
Why couldn't you stay inside?
They just were like, no, it's good for kids to have fresh air. And kids would sneak inside and hide in the bathroom to the point where, you sometimes get caught hiding in the bathroom. But kids weren't hiding in the bathroom for fun. We weren't in there.
It was for warmth.
It was for warmth to the point where we'd be like, it's too cold to hang out with you at recess today. I'm sorry. Because the teachers would listen to, outside in the hallway to the bathroom to hear if you heard kids, giggling in the bathroom to know if they're, hiding in there. So you'd be like, I'm sorry. Recess can't be a thing today. And you'd go into the bathroom stall, stand on the toilet.
And be completely silent.
Yeah, stand on the toilet so they couldn't see your feet underneath the stall because they would come check for that. Close the door, stand on the toilet, and just not talk for 45 minutes until recess was over.
So I used to do that sometimes when I ditched, but that was just out of fear of not wanting to read out loud or some shit.
Yeah, no.
You were...
This was our fun part of the day.
This was actually kids trying to survive.
Yeah. Our lips would go purple and our eyelashes would freeze and it was miserable. So you just be like, I guess I'm going to stand on the toilet today.
Yeah, my lips and hands would go purple a lot. It just in England, and Canada's colder than England. Yeah. But we used to do similar stuff. We all used to button all of our coats together to make a kind of
giant coat.
Yeah, a kind of teepee situation to share the warmth inside. Yeah. And
wait, and you would button it all kind of together so you're all connected?
You're all just kind of in the middle. It's like a blanket around you all.
That only sometimes worked. If it was too windy, that wouldn't work because the air would just
It doesn't
go,
work if someone brings a fucking zipper.
Yeah, it's true.
Yeah. And just huddle up. But we would try to sneak in, but there were cameras in all our corridors, so like you had to like know the spots where the cameras weren't. And there was this one part of a corridor where like there was like some hot water pipe going underneath it, and that was like the if you could get there, you could sit on it, then the floor was hot.
The floor was actually hot.
Yeah. Well, it was warm to the touch. Yeah, and you'd be like, oh fuck yeah, this space. But you could only ever stay there for like 10 minutes because like people were doing patrols and stuff.
Oh shit, no way.
Yeah, but it was extra ridiculous because I went to like Catholic all-girls school. We had to wear a skirt the whole year.
Ridiculous.
Even when it's snowing. Like
that's crazy.
Even when there's snow on the ground outside.
That's so crazy.
We still had to just stand outside in a skirt, you know?
Yeah.
And we also didn't have any benches or anything at our school. Like no seats to sit on. It was just the floor. I don't know. Not good.
No.
Sometimes when it was really cold, if there was no kids to bundle around you, and honestly, this kind of worked better, is if there were no teachers around because they'd yell at you if you did this because you were letting the cold air in. But you would like stand in a corner and then open the door all the way, so the door would kind of like hit the wall and like create a little like, corner.
Yeah.
So you just like hide behind the door and stand in the corner. But sometimes teachers would catch you and be like, "Close the door! You're letting the cold air in." And we're like, "But."
All right, I'm trying to avoid that cold air.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. Then I was telling you the story about how you get like things to go over top of your heaters to put your wet mittens on.
Oh yeah.
So like the heat dries your mittens, and how wet mittens smell disgusting. Smell like wet dog, and
Canada sounds awful.
it's bad, and I don't want to go home.
Canada sounds terrible.
Okay, but at least you don't have to go to school.
That's true.
That is
Or
true.
work at the drive-thru at Starbucks.
Oh yeah.
Also, freezing.
Unbearable.
It feels like the worst parts of Canada always have to do with the cold.
Yes.
Yeah.
Always have to do with the weather.
Bad weather. Terrible weather.
You wonder really
why people live there.
Yeah.
Don't know.
When I was traveling around California in 2014, I went with my friend Richard, who was from Wales. Wales is pretty miserable. Like, it's part of Britain, it's lovely, but weather-wise, it's extreme. And he was always just walking around being like, if this place exists, why did people, like, a lot of people just got to, like, places like East Coast Canada and stopped and went, this is fine. It's not fine.
No.
Walk further.
Richard's right.
Go a little further. Yeah.
It gets better.
It's messed up. I don't know. It's awful and bad.
Go further down.
Right.
Yeah. And I've always thought about that and agreed. Yeah, I was just like, what the fuck were my ancestors doing? Stopping at Wales?
Yeah. I always consider myself very like lucky because I'm like, it's true. I don't truly appreciate the weather here because I'm always just like, it's bright.
Oh man.
It's too
my
bright.
retinas.
Oh god damn it! Will you fucking close a blind? It's bright as hell out there. And
Trying to
just
be
like,
a gremlin.
I know. God, I'm trying to code.
Brooke was telling me earlier today, even that working the Starbucks drive-through window, you have to have the window open all the time, and it's freezing. And I think you couldn't wear gloves because like the screen wouldn't work.
You sometimes could get the gloves with like the finger things, but even they didn't work half the time. And then when you were like going to pick up bills, it was very hard to separate bills with gloves on.
So Brooke was telling me the saddest thing, which is that she would run her hands under the water to like warm them up, and I was like, oh, like hot water? No,
the water was like
room
cold,
temperature water.
room temperature, but it felt so hot it like hurt to put your hands in it because your hands were so
Room
cold.
temperature water felt hurt.
It
felt
burned to put
It
your
felt
hands
hot
under.
to the touch so much that it burned.
Yeah.
Because of how cold your hands were.
Yeah.
I'm a baby.
Yeah.
I'm seriously, it gets nippy here, and I'm like, I'm feeling a little anxious.
Yeah, no, I mean, like, it would burn to the point where your hands would turn red because the room temperature water was so hot.
Holy shit.
Yeah.
Miserable.
Brooke, it's been nice having you in California.
I'm so sorry that we're sending you back.
Miss us ever visiting you. That's
fine. I wouldn't want
I'll
you to.
visit.
I'll just
I
keep
would.
coming here. Don't
I would
come there.
absolutely visit you.
Come in the summer at least.
I like
summer
this
seems nice. I'd like to see. I would like to see Canada eventually.
We kind of have extremes. Then the summer, it's like now it's 34 and boiling hot. And there's heat warnings everywhere, and the pavement will burn your dog's feet off. And I'm like, man, that sucks. Anyway, we gotta end this.
We gotta end this.
We're at 120.
I gotta go.
Are we really?
Yeah, we're at 120.
Oh God,
and
I'm so sorry, everyone.
No, I don't care.
If I just keep talking, I don't have to get on the plane. What if I just keep talking and we forget about my flight?
There we go.
Mitch is lying down.
Oh, yeah.
Why are you lying down?
Because I could do anything I want. I just remembered.
Oh, okay.
For sure.
We're at an hour 20 on the podcast, and whoever's listening is listening, and it doesn't matter.
Oh.
His foot's up.
We've passed the point.
Yeah, it doesn't matter.
Yeah.
Anything we do.
The ones who are listening now, they don't care.
Well, the ones that are listening now were okay with the idea of having a brookisode, whatever the fuck that is. And I felt no pressure to be high energy this podcast, so that was cool.
Well, evidently you're lying down now.
I'm lying on a pillow on my back.
With my eyes closed.
Down,
snoring.
my eyes are closed. And if you guys don't mind, I think I'll...
Oh, he's turning the lights
just make
off.
it more comfortable.
Oh, God.
Like it like that.
Oh.
This is how we should have been podcasting. Do you want to run it back
No.
Yeah.
to the beginning?
Oh, my God.
I feel like
I could keep talking.
Enough.
Okay. This has been All the Space in Between. Thank you guys so much for listening.
Oh, me?
Oh, sorry.
Don't you normally say your name,
Hold on.
Mitch?
Let me try to... Hold on. Let me try it again.
He fell asleep.
I was expecting you guys to say his name is Mitch.
His name is Ben.
Okay. There's a different energy I have on the floor here.
Yeah, I've noticed. It's much lower.
Also, it smells a lot like the varnish we used for the...
No one cares.
He's got to convince himself that he's high off varnish.
I'm just saying I can feel it. Okay, I'm not saying
This
it's
has been
bad.
all the space in between. My name is Brooke.
My name's Mitch.
My name's Billy.
And if you'd like to send in... I don't know the rest.
Yeah, you do. You
Come on,
can
you
do
know
Like
it.
to send in an email, because this is normally an advice podcast.
It is.
Then the email is allthespaceInbetween@gmail.com.
You're
I would
so
speak
right.
up just slightly, though, if you're going to continue.
allthespaceInbetween@gmail.com.
Very good.
Amazing. And if you would like one handy little place to listen to all of our episodes at, or to send your friends to, who I'm sure you're going to recommend this lovely podcast to, because gee, isn't it just so good? Doesn't it make you feel good inside? We have a beautiful little website that we designed all of ourselves, and you can find all of our links to our other platforms, Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Google, whatever, as well as every podcast we've ever recorded on it, and the address is...
allthespaceInbetween.com. Do you think it's going to be odd podcasting without Brooke here next week?
Nah.
I hope so.
I think
I hope you miss me.
I think it's going to be weird as hell.
I hope your views, your listeners
views.
drop.
I hope it plummets in the podcast
I
channel.
hope you flop.
flops.
No
Yeah.
one
become
talk
a
in the podcast channel
I
next
hope
week,
you
or I'll
enter
be
your
hurt.
flop era.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I hope we don't enter our flop era right before investing like $5,000 into
Making a video podcast. Yeah.
converting a whole room of our house into.
What if that's the thing? What if like we go to video and feels like, oh, they're kind of weird looking.
They're kind of in their flop era.
I hope all the comments on your first video are "Where's Brooke?"
Yeah. It all just says delete it flop.
To our video. Please don't tell us that. We kind of invested a lot of cold, hard cash into these Edison bulbs.
No, this room is so good.
Thank
It's so
you.
good.
I think it's going to kick a lot of ass.
It kicks
got
so
it.
much ass.
Check this out. We bought a couch.
Yeah.
Didn't need this couch. We bought a couch.
Yeah, we did.
Huh?
What did you do for podcasting on? We
No.
wanted to podcast on the fucking ground.
No,
I'm
but like
saying
for
we-
the podcast
yeah, we-
in particular.
We don't have to have a video podcast.
Okay.
But we're
But
working very...
for it.
Yeah.
You bought a couch.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay, how about this? For the podcast, we bought a couch. We bought a bunch of stuff for the wall. We set up this room. We built a table. We bought this rug. We got a camera. We got a lens. I think it's going to be cool. And blinds. Yeah, it turns out blinds that I had originally got for another room that is identical to this room, the window is 2 inches shorter for these blinds. So I went to install them. I even asked Alex, like, hey, man, I need those blinds in those rooms. Like, yeah, no, it's a week.
took his blinds.
We took his blinds. I went to go put them in here. I go, just too big.
It's really funny.
Huh?
And we're an hour and 20 minutes into this podcast.
And
We already said bye. Now you're like, so my roommate
It's
Alex,
funny.
I took his blinds from his
Alex,
room.
you'll know him as Borrowed Blood. He's been, but anyway, so we were in his room. It's actually Billy's old office. I don't know, we rearranged a lot. New episodes every Monday. Thank you guys so much for listening.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye forever.
No, bro, stop it. Okay, I'm stopping the music. Try that again. You're going to say...
Good.
No, hold on.
Good.
Oh, God. Oh,
Goodbye for now.
There's baby spit all over the front of her shirt.
Good.
We're going to say new episodes every Monday.
New episodes every Monday.
And you will be back soon.
And I will be back soon.
And you will talk to them then.
And I will talk to you then.
And give everyone a big kiss. Mwah.
Mwah.
Bye-bye.
Bye.